Hi, and welcome back to our fifth and final video in the I Am series for women. So this past week has been quite a tough emotional one for me. And my Kundalini yoga teacher mentioned that we are currently facing our Shaktipad. And it's all those repressed emotions and underlying conditions that we've never had to deal with before because we were so busy with life. And every now and again it would raise its head, but we'd find something to do and push it away. So now we find ourselves in this extreme situation in lockdown, and we have nowhere to run. We have to face these emotions, these conditions. So our Shaktipad is our universal energy that starts to become restless, and it begins to irritate our nervous system. And if it's left undealt with, it can ultimately lead to depression and anxiety. So my theme for today's final video is I am free. Free to feel the way I do. Free to be vulnerable. Free to process all emotions in a nurturing way. Free to make decisions to live my life in an uplifting, positive manner. Free to throw a psychotic fit if that's what it calls for. So just freedom to be me, without judgment, without wondering if I need medication. But just freedom to be who I am. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So my oil of choice is the Elevation Blend. It's a beautiful blend of oils that include tangerine, lavender, amorous, clary sage, Hawaiian sandalwood, lang lang, hoewood, osmanthus, cinnamon, and lemon, also known as the Joyful Blend. So I've got this beautiful book by doTERRA called Emotions and Essential Oils, and I'd like to share what it says about the Elevation Blend, also known as the Oil of Joy. The Joyful Blend is formulated to overcome feelings of despair and hopelessness. This blend combines powerful mood-stabilizing oils with joy-filled oils that evoke happiness. The warm vibrations of these oils can soothe the heart and balance emotions. The Joyful Blend can assist individuals in letting go of lower energy vibrations. Negative habits lose their appeal as an individual shifts into higher levels of consciousness. This blend can raise one's energy levels and energetic vibrations into higher states. It can inspire feelings of cheerfulness, brightness, courage, relaxation, happiness, humor, playfulness, and fun. By inspiring these feelings, the Joyful Blend transforms despair into sunshine and joy. It teaches that worry and fear are not productive, but faith, hope, and determination are. Joyful Blend powerfully persuades people to be happy, carefree, and abundant. It supports individuals in flowing with life while remaining in peace and light. So it really is a beautiful blend that we'll be using today. And like we have in all our other videos, we will begin with some energy medicine work using our oil. We will do our alternate nostril breathing to balance out the left and right hemispheres of the brain. We will move into a short meditation just to bring us balance, and I'll share a beautiful reading during our meditation. We'll also journal with love and intention, and then I'll share some beautiful simple practices that will help us move into that vulnerable state and allow us to be free to make choices to decide what we want to do and how we want to feel, because ultimately that choice is ours. So grab your oil and let's begin. If you don't have the Elevation Blend, that's totally okay. You can use an oil of choice, and we'll begin. So just taking a drop into your hands, We'll rub our hands together. Just take a few deep breaths of this oil. Breathing in the scent, breathing in the spirit of the plant. So beautiful. And then start to rub the fingertips into your palms to coat them with the oil, and we'll begin our energy medicine work. So placing fingertips at the top of the brow. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, tracing fingertips above the brow to the temples, behind the ears, back of the neck, over your shoulders. Placing one hand over the other on your heart space. Gathering the energy that you want to release today. And then extend and flick. Fingertips to your third eye. Flatten into your palms. Take a deep breath. Exhale, trace over the brows, temples, behind the ears, back of the neck, over the shoulders, top of the back. Hands over your heart. Gather and flick. Last time, fingertips to your forehead. Deep inhale. Exhale, trace. Temples, behind the ears, back of the neck, over the shoulders, hands to your heart. Just gathering up the last bits that you want to release. And flick. Beautiful. Just rest your hands in your lap, keeping your eyes closed. Softening into your breath. And we'll go straight into our breathing exercise. So bringing your dominant hand out in front of you. We'll start by taking a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. And exhale through both. Blocking off the right nostril, inhale through the left. Hold your breath. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale left side. Retain the breath. Exhale through the right. Inhale right. Hold the breath. Exhale through the left. Inhale left side. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold the breath. And exhale left. Release your hands, keeping your eyes closed. Just feeling for any subtle shifts, any subtle changes taking place in the body. Settling of the nervous system as the oils, the energy work, the pranayama begin to take effect. And we're going to go straight into our meditation, so keeping the eyes closed, soft. Relaxing your shoulders without collapsing the spine. Soften into that space within you, that quiet space where we start to receive messages, answers. And as you sit here in your meditation, I'd like to share a prayer that was written by Pixie Lighthorse called Honoring Freedom. Thank you for this beautiful day of growth, separation, and individuation. Thank you for showing us how to love and also be free. Thank you for the water, the grass, the simple things that we need to live and tend to take for granted. Thank you for wide, open range thinking and the ability to create our own realities with your help. Thank you for the courage to step off the well-traveled thoroughfare, to seek our own fortunes of the spirit. Bless our paths as we leave a season of our lives behind and declare new footsteps once again, as you have blessed us so many times before now. Bless the wheel that keeps us turning and learning. Guide us to autonomy as we learn to make spirit stuff our first priority and the closest matter to our hearts. Let us allow this in others, honoring their way, knowing that we each have our own sweet language with you. Guide us to true freedom by showing us our part in everything beautiful and of creation, as well as that which is unseemly and destructive. Both are of you. Allow us to sit on the edge of the cliff for as long as we need to before we can move forward. Keep us from hurrying the process, knowing that it is in our readiness to leap that we gain our sovereignty. Remind us that it is ownership of the role we've played that will release us, and forgiveness of ourselves that sets us free. Humble us by removing our disclaimers, qualifiers, and blame of others for putting us in this place. Find us sitting on the mountain range, waiting for the visions to come from you, disrobed of our arrogance, stripped of our expectations, and devoid of impatience. Surround us with your magical animals, vegetables, and minerals, which support our earth walk towards full flexibility. Show us that it isn't others who hold us back, only ourselves and our very good reasons. Show us another way. Hold us tenderly when we suffer, and amplify our radiance when we shine. Heal us with right medicine that opens us all the way up in full support of our sensitive natures. Teach us to nurture ourselves deeply and leave tracks for others on path to find us and their freedom too. Take a nice deep full breath in. Hold it in there. And then sigh it out. And gently allow your eyes to flutter open. Okay, grab your journals. Let's put some words to paper. So right at the top of the journal, you're going to write, I am free. And then just below that, I am grateful for. And I want you to share one thing that you are grateful for today. Just one thing. And below that, one vision I have for myself. And that could be as small as making your bed. It could be washing the dishes, not screaming at your kids today. It doesn't matter. One vision, no matter how small or how big, it must mean something to you. Beautiful. And when you're done, you can put your pen and journal down. And let's get to some action steps to step into our energy body so that we can be free to deal with our emotions, which are ultimately the senses of our soul, our guiding system. And especially for us as women, when we are guided and connected to our feelings and our emotions, which are ultimately connected to our intuition, we can start to regulate our nervous system. And that is so important for us. I'm going to share the very first one with you. And my suggestion is to find a daily practice in the form of meditation that you can come back to on a daily basis. So as a Kundalini yoga teacher in training, I found this practice to be the quickest way to deal with all that I'm going through. So Kundalini regulates the nervous system. It balances the emotion. It regulates the nervous system. And our greatest gift as women is to be able to hear our intuition. And the only way that we can do that is through meditation, to be still enough to hear the messages. We have all those answers within us. We don't need to look outside for anything. So I'd like to share a simple meditation practice. It's actually a breath meditation that you can invite into your everyday life as part of your daily sadhana, your daily practice. You can start off with 3 minutes every morning and slowly begin to increase the time. So this one is left nostril breathing. We've, over the past 5 weeks, we've done alternate nostril breathing, which balances both the left and right sides of the brain. We work with 3 energy channels, 3 nadis. Sushumna, which runs down the center of the body. Our left side, which is called Ida, and that's our feminine side. The right side, which is called Pingala, and that is our masculine side. And we have qualities of both within us. So by doing the left nostril breathing, we activate our feminine side. We activate that soft yin side, the giving, the receptive, the nurturing, the calming, the sensitive side, that empathic energy of the moon. And the moon is always changing, right? Just like us, we're always changing. So I like to use a oil when I do this, and Serenity oil just puts me in that beautiful space. So a drop of Serenity into the palm of your hands before you start. And just rub your hands together. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale it out. And then you'll take your right hand, place it out in front of you. Using your right thumb, you'll block off your right nostril. Just at the top, so not right at the bottom, but just at the top, blocking it off. Eyes are closed. And just beginning to breathe long and deep through the left nostril. We'll do just a few rounds just to get familiar to this way of breathing and to feel it. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Releasing your right hand down to your lap. It's coming back to your breath through both nostrils. And when you're ready, gently allow those eyes to open. And welcome back. Always feels so good. All right, so that is my first offering, and this is closely connected to the next offering that I'd like to give you. So as women, our monthly cycles are very closely connected to the moon cycles. We, as women, have 11 moon centers within us, which means we change every 2.5 days, just like the moon. And that explains a lot, right? So you can go back to your partners and tell them that this is normal, right? No need to understand, just accept and love. We have 11 moon centers, changing 2.5 days to make a complete cycle of 28 days. And that is a workshop all on its own, which I will share with you. But just knowing that we are so connected to Mother Nature, and we have that within us, within our bodies. Men don't have that. We as women are already that closely connected to Mother Nature. And we just need to tap into it to learn how to manage our cycles in a way that is nurturing to us. So again, not only do we have to deal with lockdown emotions, but we also have to deal with PMS on top of that. And add that together, and we have a living wild woman on our hands, right? So I'm going to offer you 3 hormonal support blends that you can use during this time. And even if you've passed that stage of having your menstrual cycle, as a woman, your body is still intricately connected to Mother Nature. And in its own way, it'll still go through the process of that cycle, even if you are not menstruating. So you can still use these offerings to bring yourself back into balance. All right, so our first one is a diffuser blend that I'd like to share with you. And this diffuser blend is called the Emotional Unwind Diffuser Blend. In your diffuser, and I know a lot of you took advantage of doTERRA's BOGO, where you got a diffuser and an essential oil, which was the Elevation blend. So in our first diffuser blend, we have Geranium, Lemongrass, and Lang Lang. So just placing 2 drops of each. The Geranium blend supports emotional balance. It soothes frazzled nerves, really beautiful. Lang Lang, also beautiful blend for relieving tension, for reducing blood pressure, and for just supporting hormones. And then the lemongrass also uplifting us, soothing muscles. It's a beautiful blend. So 2 drops each in a diffuser, and put that in your bedroom or wherever, if you're working during the day, wherever you need it. Really great to unwind those emotions. Okay. And then my next offering is a aromatic body spray. Okay, so what I do is, you can buy these glass spritzer bottles, and this one's a 30 ml one, but you can get yourself a 60 ml, which is just a little bit bigger. Great to just keep in your handbag and use it whenever you need to, especially during that time of the month. So in this spritzer bottle, we have a blend of peppermint, Clary Sage, and geranium. So Clary Sage is amazing for easing menstrual cramps. There we go. Clary Sage. Great for easing menstrual cramps, for relieving tension by relaxing muscles. And then we have geranium, again, which is great for supporting emotional balance and for alleviating any pent-up stress. And then peppermint, which just cools and invigorates the skin. So we place 3 drops of Clary Sage, 2 drops of geranium, 2 drops of peppermint into a 60 ml spritzer bottle, and you can top it up with some witch hazel. And how you will use this is just keeping it in your bag whenever you need it. You can spray it onto your neck area and just rub it in. You can spray it onto your chest, your, how do you explain it, décolletage. Have I said it right? Okay. Or even any part of your body that heats up due to hormones. Okay. So really, really great one to do. And then my final one is called the PMS Relief Bath. It's a beautiful bath blend that you can use when you've really up to here with everything that's going on, and the hormones and emotions are just all over the place. Again, Clary Sage. So as you can see, Clary Sage is amazing for hormonal balance. It decreases the body's cortisol levels. So we would place 2 drops of Clary Sage into the bath, and then a drop of Roman chamomile. 1 drop of Roman chamomile just enhances feelings of calm and relaxation. And then again, geranium, right? Feminine blend, so beautiful. Geranium revitalizes the skin, the complexion, the hair, so beautiful. And the last one is lavender. Okay, so 1 drop of lavender relieves discomfort associated with any menstrual cramps. And soak it all up. Such a beautiful one to do, and I often use that one. So those are 3 different offerings to deal with our beautiful cycles, right? Because they really are. I mean, to think that we are so closely connected to Mother Nature's cycles. All right. And then the final action step, and this is one I've just discovered, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So you can use this action step to recharge and to recenter. It's called a facial pressure point massage. And I use this in the evenings before I go to bed when I'm cleansing my face. So using my cleansing products, I use Isabella Garcia only because it works with my skin. But what I do is I add essential oils in there. So I have a day cream and I have a night cream. In my day cream, I use geranium. So I put a few drops of geranium into my moisturizer, shake it all up when I get it. And the geranium is beautiful for helping with complexion and just regenerating the skin. And then my night cream, I use frankincense. So a few drops of frankincense oil into my night cream. Frankincense, again, renewal of cells, regeneration of cells. Why would I not use it? So yes, those are the 2 oils that I use in my skin products. So I'm going to show you, you would use whatever night cream or whatever cleaning or cleansing product that you use at nighttime. And you'll place some into your hands, rub it into your hands, and then just massage out your skin as you normally do. Okay. And then we use our ring finger because it's the softest finger. And we press very lightly on these points, pressure points. So what we do, the first one we start is right at the inner eye, at the start of the brow. And just gentle pressure there for a few seconds, breathing nice and deeply. And this really helps decrease tension related to eye strain. And then from there, we move our fingers to the mid-brow, so just above the eyebrows, at that point there, pressing lightly but firmly. And this can help relieve any tension related to sinuses. And then from there, we take it to the temples, so just at the tip of the eyebrow, pressing lightly. Eyes are closed, and this can help decrease any tension stored in the head related to stress. From here, we take it underneath the eyes, so right at the kind of top of the cheekbone, just below the iris, pressing lightly there. And this can also help relieve eye pressure from too many hours in front of the computer screen. From there, we take it to the nose, so pressing lightly right at the tip, the edges, breathing deeply. And then we take it to the jawline at the cheekbone. So I'm just going to show you here. So right at the jawline, kind of in the middle of the front of the ear, where your jawline connects to the cheekbone, and then pressing your ring fingers there for a few breaths. And this can relieve any tension from the jaw as a result of clenching. And then finally, just at the mid cheekbone, again pressing there, releasing any tension from the cheeks. So I'll go through that once more with you, starting at the inner eye socket, right at the start of the brow, and then to the mid brow, just above the eyebrow, pressing lightly, taking it to the temples, good. Then underneath the eye, just on the top of the cheekbone, to the nose, right at the bottom. There's a pressure point massage right there, pressure point there that you can press into. And then taking it to your jawline at the cheekbones. And then finally, mid-cheek. Release. I've loved doing that. For the last week or so, it's something I've just discovered and always makes me feel good. It kind of releases the tension in my face. So, and we want to go to bed with in a relaxed manner as best as we can. So I've really thoroughly enjoyed sharing these exercises with you, and I hope you've taken some back to your home and your daily practice, and I hope they serve you in some way. Thank you for sharing these 5 days with me, and I'm kind of going to miss them, but I will be back with some more offerings very soon. Thank you.